Welcome back to the breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at Anker's 120 watt power charging station. This is a 4 USB-C charging station that charges up to 120 watts. But there's a lot of catches, a lot of limitations, and a lot you need to know about this if you're thinking about using it, because there's some pretty important gotchas with it. We're going to be breaking that all down, tell you everything you need to know about this, and a whole lot more in this video. First though, a few disclaimers. This was not a review unit. I did buy this with my own money to give you a review here. Keep that in mind. Second, pricing on things like this changes so rapidly. I got this on sale when I bought it. So I hate to give you a price and have it be wrong, but I'll put a link to it in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment down below. You can find it on Amazon there, so you can decide for pricing and check out some other details with it. If I don't answer any questions you may have, leave me a comment, let me know. I'll try to answer all I can down in the comments, right next to that pinned comment to it on Amazon. Lastly, before we get into everything, hey, could you help us grow? Could you help us help me support my channel and my family? Just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. By hitting that subscribe or hitting that thumbs up, doing one or both, lets YouTube know you like what we do. They recommend our content to more people because of that, helping me support my family. So with that said, let's start off this review just taking a look at the actual device. We'll talk about all that comes with it. As you can see here, there are 4 USB-C charging ports here. They are conveniently labeled with it to let you know the wattage, that these 2 are recommended for the PC, these 2 for phones here with it, and pretty straightforward. Now on the back here, there is the cable. It's pretty standard cable. I'll show you that when I show you everything that was in the box here in a minute. And other than that, just a glossy white plastic finish with some rubber grips here on the bottom. Come on, focus. Sorry, so just a white block, and that my camera has a hard time focusing on. And then it does come with an adhesive strip on it too, where you can mount it to make sure it doesn't slip off a countertop or something. So as I show you everything that comes with this, a few things with this. It's 120 watts in total. But the max output through one USB-C is 100 watts. That's when just only one thing is plugged in there. It's actually kind of a confusing set of limitations depending on which port you plugged into and what they do. 2 of the USB-C ports max out at 20 watts. No matter what you do, the 2 that are marked with phones are 20 watts. Most phones are 20 watts or lower, the iPhone 13, the Pixel 6, for example, but some of the newer phones like the S22 Ultra, the iPhone 14, and more are a little bit more than that for max charging. It doesn't completely eliminate the desire for this, but it does mean that you're not going to get quite max charging with it. Now, if you want 100 watts, you can plug into the first port on the left for the PC. That will give you 100 watts. Most laptops are less than 100 watts. Most laptops are actually in the 45 watt range. Some larger ones, like the MacBook Pros and more, go up to 100, so this will still charge a MacBook Pro and charge a iPhone 13 through this, which is pretty convenient. But if you actually plug in all 4 ports, the max charge on that PC port goes down to 50 watts with it, for example, and then you get a 30 watt, a 20 watt, and a 20 watt, combine that all up to the 120 mark, which is still pretty fast. That's still max charging an iPhone 14, 2 iPhone 13s, and a MacBook standard. Now, no, there is a MacBook Pro laptop that goes up to 140, was it 120, 140 watts? Somebody leave a comment. Off the top of my head, I'm blanking out on that, but it's over 100. Most MacBook laptops, even most MacBook Pros, are 100 or less, which is pretty nice on this. Most laptops in general, though, are only 45 watts. For instance, my Lenovo Yoga laptop is a 45 watts, so I can plug that in, max charge an iPhone 14 and 2 iPhone 13s, which makes this a pretty nice device. Now, if you're confused like, hey, which port does what, they're actually labeled here, but also on the Amazon page, which I'll link to in the show notes and in the first pinned comment, they have a pretty nice graphic that if you plug into this port and this port, this is how many watts you get through each, etc. But that's the main catch here. If you thought you were going to get 120 watts through a single port through this, you're not. This is more about charging a bunch of smaller devices than charging one of the very 16-inch MacBook Pros, for example. But like I said, 99% or 90%, let's say, of laptops are 100 watts or less. Most are 50 watts or less. And most phones are 20 watts or less. So you really don't have a bad device here. It is not exactly the most portable. It's pretty heavy. This is not a light load device. This isn't something you're going to want to throw in your backpack all the time, carry with you, because it's heavy. It does come with an adhesive strip to lock it onto your end table, desk, wherever. Pretty nice. Now, I do like this for a few things. I could have one of these in my home and one of these in my office and just carry my laptop back and forth and not need to bring a power cord with me, which is pretty cool to not have to worry about that and just plug in when I get to where I go, which is really nice. The last thing here to be aware of though is that not all USB-C cables are 100-watt cables. I get this message every now and then, hey Luke, I bought this plug, you said it was a 65 watts. It only goes up to 60. Well, most USB-C cables do max out around 60 watts. Make sure you own a USB-C capable going to 100 watts or more if you're looking for that for your MacBook, for example. But other than that, this is a nice little device. It's not the cheapest on the market. It's not the smallest on the market, but it's not the most expensive, and it's not the worst on the market either. If you are somebody who is happy with the fact that this doesn't go over 100 watts, and if you plug in all 4 ports at once, you max out at 50 watts, 30 watts, and 220 watts, then yeah, this is great. This is probably a very nice option for people, like I said, have one at work, one in your home office, and you don't have to carry plugs back and forth. You can charge all of your laptops, wireless earbuds, phones through a single block. I think most people will be very happy with this. So overall, for what it is, as long as you're aware of the limitations, and check out their Amazon page with a really nice graphic breaking down which port does what, this is a nice option overall. So 2 thumbs up. It does what it says it's going to do, does it well. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, let me know. I hope this video helped you. If you want to find this on Amazon, I'll put a link to it in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. If you want to help us grow the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. It helps us out greatly. Until next time, take care, be safe. We'll be back again real soon.